And now the question that Newsom is constantly being asked is, are you running? And if you look at the hypothetical polls, there's a chance he's probably the front runner when it comes to the Democrats. And I just wonder if people have forgotten what he's done to California. I mean, he spent $24 billion on the homelessness crisis, and then it rose by 40%. He reduced penalties for violent crime, and now violent crime is more than 30% higher in California than it is in the rest of America. And he's focused on being an influencer. I mean, he's just constantly going on podcasts and now bringing out different accents.
The reality is, though, is that he actually has a chance. And this is what's very frightening. And this is why we need to keep the communication line open and keep reminding folks of all of those things that you just said. I lived through this for, like I said, decades in California. I saw California be one of the most incredible states in the world, in my opinion, just completely decline because of this left-wing ideologies that are taking over this country. And I can tell you firsthand that if we continue down this path, similarly, what we have seen happen to California, we would see this entire country. That's how we would see this entire country if he were to run it. He would run it to the ground. He's more on a socialist level. So we would see things like what happened with Canada, different parts of Europe. So these are things that over in the UK, in London, these are great examples of the social experience of or experiment when socialists take over. And I can tell you, it's not good.
Yeah, Brittany, it's been suggested on this program that there should be no Californians when it comes to the Democrats and looking at the 2028 election. And that, of course, includes failed presidential candidate Kamala Harris, who's no doubt thinking about running again. And it seems like she's doing more media now than she was doing during the election campaign. And I'm not sure if it's working out for her. Take a listen to this.
And so I understood the game that was being played. And I made a decision that I wasn't going to get played. And
chess, not checkers. Got it.
Chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, three-dimensional chess, I'm telling you, you know?
I mean, Brittany, I think every time she speaks, we're just reminded how lucky we are that she didn't win, that she's not our president right now.
Okay. So it's very rare that I'm ever left speechless, but every time I hear her talk, I don't even know how to analyze what she said, because it's always like, I'm like, wait, what? And then I'm kind of like, wait, do I want to invite her to the next martinis night? Because I can't figure it out. I don't understand. I don't even understand what she just said, the clip that you just showed. Always just left like, huh? And yes, this is a woman who wants to run our country. And I would love nothing more than to see a woman be our, the first woman president, but she's not it. She is not it. She is not qualified. I'm not sure why she keeps doing this to herself, because it's almost embarrassing at this point. The cackle, the laughing like a hyena, the weird, bizarre kind of string of different sayings that don't really make sense. But you know what? Like you said, she keeps getting a lot of airtime, and I think she makes for great TV.
It's embarrassing. I cringe nearly every time I watch her with the cackle. She's not improving as she sits down for interviews. It's just a disaster. But as we hear from Democrats all the time, they're, of course, the party of inclusion, the party of kindness. You know, they say that while some are calling Republicans Nazis and celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk. Now, Bill Maher and Cheryl Hines are calling this out, and they spoke about the difference when it comes to just how nice and inclusive the Democrat Party claims to be.
Republicans have been very kind to me from the beginning, even from the beginning when Bobby was running as a Democrat. They weren't mean.
No.
And they never have been.
No.
And I can't say that for the Democrats.
I agree.
And it's
sad because it's not the Democrats we grew up with.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the difference that people don't, I think, see. They're like, why did you turn on the Democrats? Well, first of all, I didn't. Like I said, we voted for the same person. but I'm not going to pretend I don't notice how different they are, how mean they've become.
Very mean.
And
Brittany, I think this is something that so many Republicans and Trump supporters can really relate to. You know, the Democrats have certainly changed, or certainly some of them.
Oh, I think massively have changed. The Democrats, they are not the party that once was when my parents were Democrats. And I loved what Bill Maher said in terms of, people are telling him, oh, you turned your back against the Democrats. But the reality is that the Democrats used to be for the people, and they have turned their backs against the people. They're no longer the party for the people anymore. And that's what we're seeing. I will say this, it's the far left that has hijacked the Democrats. So we no longer even have the Democratic Party anymore. This has become the far left party. And we know that the far left have been completely radicalized, and they hate traditional families. They hate anyone who believes in God. They hate, law and order. They hate all of the structure and stuff that we see, the unions for the people. That's no longer them. That's and they've taken over the Democratic Party. So I think that's the biggest difference too.
Absolutely. And they're fighting over issues such as fighting for biological men to keep playing or competing in female sport, something that even the Olympics is now saying no to. The International Olympic Committee is banning biological men from competing against women. This ban on transgender women competing in the female category should be in time for the LA Games. And it's just crazy even reading up on this, Brittany. I mean, there are experts coming out explaining that biological males have too much of a physical advantage. I mean, who would have thought?
Right. So look, at the end of the day, I think that this is a safety issue as well. And I think that they are, preparing themselves for potential lawsuits in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. They have to be really careful about this, allowing, biological males and females playing with the other, transgender, all that. It's so confusing. But we need to take the emotional aspect out of this, and we really need to look at the what's fair and what is safe for all the players across the board.
Brittany Hopper, independent journalist, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour. Brilliant to speak with you.
Thank you so much.